Shalom, giving all praises, honors, and glories unto Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Makak double honors to the apostles and the elders of the Church of Great Millstone, and Shalom to all the sincere Akim that's prophesying in the true name and in the true doctrine, and to those that believe, right? I say Shalom. This is your brother Kodash Payah. And first I want to get this scripture in the book of Sirach, chapter 5, verse 15. It says, be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small. So you have a lot of things going on that's fulfilling prophecy, right? And one of them I'm going to touch on is this cashless society that's in the works for that ultimate what? CHIP. You gotta spell it. But anyway, this is on Reuters, right? Which is like maybe a month ago. It says Bitcoin ATMs are coming to a gas station near you. So now they're saying Bitcoin ATMs are coming to a gas station near you. Now remember before the pipeline, right? The colonial pipeline, before it was so-called hacked, right? But you know the government's in control of that, right? Problem, reaction, solution. Now before that so-called hack, there was, I believe they were raising the gas prices. And now look, you got people, you know, in panic mode, right? Taking more gas. So that's also causing division amongst the people. You know, and the scriptures speak about that, you know, for the lack of bread, because that's one thing will lead to another. Now, I'm not too sure how long this so-called gas shortage is gonna last, but it's a reason for them to bring in these Bitcoin ATM machines in gas stations via cashless. You know what I mean? Especially now that there's this whole race between America, aka Babylon, a race for a new digital currency against China and the rest of the world, right? Because America's trillions in dollars in debt and then some. So, and then with the pandemic, you know, you have stores that's been closed that's now reopening, but they're reopening only accepting. They're not accepting paper money, fiat currency anymore. You know, so you got businesses that's investing in that, and it's called gradualism. They're slowly but surely, having these things come into play. Let me play this real quick.
Virtual wallet from PNC Bank. Category: it's time to get more from your bank.
New York City bodegas are already famous for consumers being able to buy just about anything, anytime, day or night. And now, Bitcoins are added to the list. Bitcoin ATMs are popping up in the city and around the country in corner stores, delis, gas stations, and other easy access consumer outlets, fueled by a frenzy in crypto trading that recently sent Bitcoin prices to a record high above $60,000 a pop. New York City deli owner Gamal Yaha doesn't even understand what Bitcoin is, but he does understand what it means for his bottom line.
It's bring a lot of people to the store. More people come into the store. People use the Bitcoin. They buy some stuff too from the store, and bring more business. So it's very good for the business.
Kiosk operators like CoinFlip and CoinCloud have installed thousands of Bitcoin ATMs, and executives say they are scouting out other spots in areas where their competitors have yet to reach. Chris Yim is CEO and co-founder of B3ast, which provides the software for Bitcoin ATMs. He says his product is helping to bring the complex world of Bitcoin to the masses.
So when you look at traditional financial services, it's really hard to get people to switch because it's all about trust. And most of the online exchanges today, you have to link your bank account, you have to enter all your information and do a wire or bank transfer, and that's just too much friction. So what we found is actually that a lot of these local delis, convenience stores, they actually have the best locations because they are centerpieces of their neighborhood. So they made very natural partners for us to go that extra and last mile.
Users can buy or sell Bitcoins or a fraction using the ATM and send Bitcoins abroad, all with anonymity. But it comes at a much steeper price than cash and a traditional ATM. Fees can range from 6% to 20% of a total transaction, according to cryptocurrency compliance firm CipherTrace. Government agencies say that raises red flags, and there is concern about the potential for illicit activity. But that may not stop a Bitcoin ATM from popping up at a store near you. As of January, there were more than 28,000 Bitcoin ATMs in the United States, according to independent research site HowManyBitcoinATMs.com. More than 1/3 of those were put in place just the last 5 months alone.
And it's easier for people to buy it going to the ATM so they can have their cryptocurrency. You know, the more you have, the more you're in that database. And it's the reason why a lot of like Amazon and Whole Foods and companies like that are going cashless. But it says a new feature has appeared at smoke shops in Montana, gas stations in the Carolinas, and delis in far-flung corners of New York City. A brightly lit Bitcoin ATM where consumers can buy or sell digital currency and sometimes extract hard cash. So there you go. That paragraph basically sums it up. The machines have multiplied quickly throughout the United States over the past year, fueled by a frenzy in crypto trading that sent Bitcoin prices over $58,000. Kiosk operators such as CoinFlip and CoinCloud have installed, and I believe that's the CoinCloud is where they have like a digital footprint, you know, for like, because the cloud came about by the company Apple, you know. See how much you could buy, see how much you sell, when and where, from who, right? It says scoring areas competitors have not yet reached executives told Reuters. So there you go. And don't forget, even with the transportations. Let me see if I get. Now I want to show you something real quick. I know brothers that's in New York. I'm sure it's not only in New York, but it's called Omni Rollout at a glance. The OmniPay, right, which came about 2019. The subway and the bus rollout, right? Contactless payment without cash, right? Enhanced digital experience from 2020 to 2021. See, you can pay with your watch, your phone, you know. And there's been the more people that basically uses that in that way, the more it expands. And then it says, number 3, expanded FAR options for 2021 and 2022. We could read this real quick. In the coming months, we plan to support expanded FAR options, including reduced fares, student fares, and special programs across subway, bus, parent transit, and commuter rail. We will also launch the Omni card, install new vending machines. There we go with the vending machine, and more. Now they're going to come up with an Omni card. Basically, a card to just, that's what you pay with, right? These efforts will give you additional flexibility and choice, making it simple and easy to make FAR payments across modes of transportation. Omni rollout completion by 2023. The rollout of Omni will occur in phases, and MetroCard will remain in place until Omni is available everywhere for everyone. Now, what does the scripture remind you of? Let's get that. Now, that reminded me of this scripture in the book of 2 Esdras chapter 15, verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And now you have, well, you've been had the checkpoints, you know, in the highways, you know, to check for military members to check, because that's what it's called, checkpoints. So while you driving, you come to the point where you gotta go from one city to another on the turnpike. You know, that's where they check if you have the V, or eventually through prophecy, is going to come to the point where if you don't have that chip, then you're not going to have the liberty to do any of these things that these Democrats are taking it away, right? So a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, right? For because of their pride, the cities should be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, killing one another, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And that's what we're heading to. Great tribulation. Jacob's trouble, man. Right? And you see that with people fighting and just filling up the gas. You've seen that during the first lockdown when people were fighting over the limits of how much they could buy in the supermarkets, the waters, the toilet paper. I mean, you saw how quick people turned on each other. And that's what the scripture is talking about, man. Right? So, and then you have these trucks, right? With, the food supply, the commodities and the necessities that they deliver to local stores and marketplaces. It's hard for them to deliver now, which is causing more of an inflation, a hyperinflation. You know what I mean? So that's another reason why they're going digital currency, because they wanted to go global. The elites, I'm talking about the banking families, right? They wanted to go global, so they're destroying these other countries, their oils, their, refineries, their this, that, and the third, also to themselves. You know what I mean? But, anyway, man, I hope this video was, somewhat edifying. So how the scriptures say, never trust thy enemy. You're supposed to be a watchman. You're supposed to filter these things that's going on through the scriptures, because it's all prophetic. Right? Like the scriptures say, we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. Right? Scriptures speak about the image of the beast, how they exercise these things, which is their technology, to basically convert the people and convince them that, look, this is the only way. But the Lord warned us of these things. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.